It's been a while since I did any since I did any readings, but let's go. New Year. Happy New Year to all y'all. Right. So this reading is for the collective. I am recording on Instagram, which is Pretty Spiritual Tarot, and I am recording on YouTube, which is youtube.com/pretty spiritual. Okay. So let's do this. What is going on for the collective? What's going on for the collective? By the way, you guys, I have some guided meditation tracks that I created myself. I have one for attract money, success, and wealth. I have one for attract love and romance. And I have one for living your best life. And then I have some ASMR sound therapy videos, one with rain, another with campfire sounds and nature sounds. Okay, so you guys check that out. But to start out, you guys, we have the Hermit card here that came out in the reverse. So this is telling me that the collective, and by the way, you guys take what resonates and what doesn't, leave exactly where it is. But this is telling me that for the collective, you guys are coming out of your hibernation mode. You're coming out of rest, coming out of resting. You are waking up, or you have already decided to just come on out. Okay, so coming out of hiding, coming out of the closet, just getting out and getting some fresh air and doing things, becoming active again. So becoming extroverted if you were introverted. So being, more out there. I feel like you guys are done being introspective. I feel like you guys are done thinking about things. You're done hiding and resting and taking a break and things of that sort. You guys have had time, all right? And now you're just kind of ready to get out of thinking mode, and I feel like take action, okay? Let's see what else is here before I pull any more tarot cards. So let's see what my oracle decks are showing me before I pull any more tarot cards in terms of what's going on with the collective. And you know what I meant to do? Clear the energy and make sure the energy vibe is good. But what is going on for the collective? Okay. All right. So you guys may be in an energy of, a part of me wants to put that card back in, and I will, but before I put it back in, I want you guys to see the card. And I will speak on it. It is feeling unappreciated, a lack of appreciation, feeling like you're not getting the attention that you deserve, feeling like you're not receiving the you're not getting credit that you deserve for something that you've done. You're not being feeling unacknowledged, like you're not being like I said, being given credit or for something, not being noticed, not being appreciated just in some form. So it could also be you guys not you guys feeling underachieved, or like you have not achieved something, or like you haven't achieved anything, or like you haven't achieved much. Some of you could really be wanting to take action to make some stuff happen so that you probably can start to um, get into seeing yourself achieve things. Um, in your life in terms of whatever goals you guys may have. And keep in mind that these collective readings can resonate for different areas of your life. It does not necessarily have to resonate for every aspect of your life, but take it how it does resonate and leave what doesn't. Don't force anything. All right. So you guys have, and I feel like I want more card. I feel like you guys are trying to spin things around and make the most of situations. Um, because to some degree, you guys may be on the fence about something or a situation that you may feel like it's like you can see what you've gained over what you've lost and vice versa. Um, you're able to see both the bright side and the downside of a situation. You're able to see where you've benefited, where you may have not. And you're also, it's like some of you, you're trying to look at the glass half full, even though it may look half empty. So it's like you're trying to make the most, I feel like, of a situation. You're trying to take the good with the bad. You're trying to, um, you know, see things from a balanced perspective. So if you took any losses, you're trying to also see where you may have been able to rebound or where you may have had gains elsewhere. Some of you literally may have actually experienced some setbacks, yet still been able to press forward or see some kind of luck in other areas, or be able to, like I said, still get ahead to some extent. So, you guys may also be like trying to figure out how to really, like I said, turn things around, how to create or find creative solutions to taking action towards balancing out situations in your lives, I feel like, and maybe getting in a better position to either get ahead, better achieve, gain better luck, or whatever is going on here. Um, let's see what else. Let's see what else. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely about balance. This is definitely about um because it I already said balance is something that you guys are trying to um achieve here, or at least see things from a balance perspective. And then the balance card comes out, and it comes out generally in the same position of sideways, because I pay attention to um the angles in which the cards come out. And but what's more interesting here is, even though you guys are trying to have um you're trying to remain somewhat neutral here and not either get too ahead of yourself, but at the same time not be pessimistic about the way things have turned out, or like I said, trying to keep things in perspective or balance things out, no matter how they're turning out. It still feels like to you guys, to some degree, like you may feel like things are on the losing end, or like you can't quite seem to get things to work out in your favor. Um, but I caution you guys to definitely be careful of how you're viewing situations. And it can be hard to do, because if you're seeing some things go down or seeing some things going on, and things may look like setbacks or losses or disadvantages or whatever, it can be discouraging, and it can cause a person to have a skewed perspective. And I feel like you guys really, though, are trying your best here to just not let things get to the best of you. And I don't know why I keep feeling like cards that I shuffle up, um, I want to put them back in the deck because the energy doesn't feel right. But yet, when something comes out, I never want to ignore it. So, like I said, I'm going to go and tell you guys what these other cards are, and I'm going to put them back in, and I'm going to shuffle for more. But I'm looking at you guys here. There's with these other two cards coming out, there's an issue with um, self-esteem, and there is an issue here with um, it's like you guys are so over it. You know what I'm saying? Like you are just ready to just let go of whatever ideas or ideals you had about the way things could be, or the way things should be, or the way things are supposed to be. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but what is, not the greatest thing here is struggling with um, your sense of self worth and your self esteem, not being too clear about your path here. Um, if you're, going down the right path, or feeling like you've gone down the wrong path, or feeling like you're on the wrong path, or feeling like you can't go um, down the path you want, or the direction that you want to. But I feel like there is something here tied to your sense of self worth, your self esteem, your value, your ability to do things. But if those come back out, then I'll know that they were meant to come back out. But let's see what other energy is being presented here, because I didn't feel good about those coming out. And that'll be the second time that some cards came out, and I felt like they came out too early before things could really get, for the cards could really get shuffled up, and I had to question the energy. So it could also be that you guys could be seeing things come up, seeing things happen that you weren't prepared for, that you weren't ready for, that like I said, things that sprung up on you or caught you off guard, and you feeling like it's not right, and wondering, how is this possible? How is that happening? Is this correct? Is this right? Does this fit? And wanting to correct it. Want to correct something, want to go back, want to put it away. So there's a need for you guys to let something go, to release something. There's a need for you guys to either forgive yourselves for any past mistakes, for any errors in judgment, for even times where you guys may have feel like you have failed short, or for just feeling like you may have let yourself down, or even let anybody else down. If that's the way you're feeling, I feel like some of you feel like you've let yourself down. Whereas for others, I feel like you may feel like others have let you down. For some of you, it could be a mixture of both, feeling like you let yourself down and others have let you down. Some of you could be feeling like you let some people down and in turn let you down. So take what resonates for how it resonates, because it's not going to resonate exactly the same for everybody who comes across this collective reading, because there's so many people out here with different energy. I feel like some of you guys are, and this is not for everybody, somebody here may be regressing, regressing into a stage of infancy, meaning almost kind of feeling, I don't want to say lost, but loss is the word that comes to mind, and feeling like I don't know, like feeling nostalgic, like you wish you could go back to more innocent times and more innocent days, where you just didn't have to worry about all these things, and life was just much more, simple. And you could take things more easy, and you were nurtured and looked after and loved and cared for. I feel like some of you just might be curling up in a blanket and just, I don't know, being in an infantile state, and not in a negative way, but just in a way of just some of you may be clinging to comfort, clinging to comfort in some form, mentally, emotionally, that you may feel like you have been deprived of or are needing right now. Okay. Some of you just, it's like wanting to be sheltered, wanting to be protected, wanting to be cared for, looked after. And you may feel like that's the kind of energy you need to receive. Some of you may be receiving that energy, but okay, let me see. I get one more card here. And I dare say that, and this is not going to apply to everybody, but there is at least one person that I do believe this applies to. Somebody may be really wanting to be a parent, or wanting to protect some children. Somebody may be in a state of wanting to be really nurturing. And then there's a lot of mystery to what it is that you guys may be trying to figure out right now. But I feel like some of you guys are still kind of half trying to remain low key, trying to be quiet about things, trying to not really say much, really not putting yourselves out there too much, even though you guys know you have to come out of. I feel like somebody wants to just stay home, sleep, rest, and relax. Some of you are doing this. Even though you know it's time to come out of this resting mode, this hermit mode, this hibernation mode, some of you are still clinging to it because it is cold outside for some of you where you are. For others of you, it's just a need to just be in a mode where you can just rest and recover from everything you have gone through, everything you have been through, everything. Some of you preparing for what it is you think is coming up. And some of you, I don't want to say it, but I think some of you are slumping into a state of depression. Not everyone, but to some degree, some of you are, because you're still struggling with some things, not quite balancing themselves out. And it's a mystery on how to really even deal with it. So like I said, some of you, some of this is going to make sense. For others of you, it's not. Balance card coming back out again. Except this time, I think you guys really, there's a need for, there's a need for compromise. There's a need for mediation, for some of you to consider therapy or counseling for what it is that you're dealing with, because some of you may not be handling it as well as you may like to. And for others of you, there really is a need to just be more unbiased. It will help you to unstress, de-stress, to just kind of pull yourselves out of looking at things from one perspective versus another. I feel like for some of you, you want to get away from materialism. For some of you, you want to get away from valuing things on a material level. You want to get away from the idea of what success looks like. Some of you may want to separate yourselves from a certain type of crowd of people that are into material things and money, and people who may look at people in certain ways based off of what they have and what they do. You guys may be wanting to separate yourselves from that and live a more downplayed, down to earth, good nature type of life that doesn't revolve around those types of stresses. Because I feel like for some of you, you realize trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say, trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing, or trying to keep up with a certain type of affluent lifestyle where you have a certain type of income, making a certain type of money, living in a certain type of home, having a certain type of car, wearing certain types of clothes, and doing certain type of things. I feel like you guys want to come out of that. You just, because it doesn't serve your purpose, it may have driven some of you to a very unhealthy state of mind and a very unhealthy uh, way of living. For some of you, it could have just drove you into financial ruin and debt. For some of you, it just, I don't know, just for some of you, I feel like it broke you in your spirit. And for some of you, it just really caused you to go broke. Not everybody, but, and for some of you, it's just the people that's associated with caring about those things. You just don't want to be a part of that any longer. You don't want to care about those kind of things, is what I feel like some of you are feeling. Okay. I feel like you guys may feel unsafe or unsecured in um, some of your situation in terms of some of your dealings in your situation or the people you're around or who you're dealing with. Some of you feel like you feel uneasy about exploring or traveling or going anywhere, simply because you may not feel safe or like you can trust um, something or anyone or whatever. Some of you is just somebody you don't trust, and therefore you don't want to explore anything any further with that person or with that particular situation or in that environment or whatever. Let's see if there's anything else that come out of this. Someone could be sneaky. And this could be why somebody here doesn't want to go any further or explore any further. You guys have fantasies, dreams, ideals right now. But it's not of things though that are typical, or things like I said before that are materialistic, or things that are um, what maybe you've had before or what most people would be dreaming of or fantasizing about or really desiring or whatever. But some of you just want you want more, if that makes any sense. I feel like some of you want more out of life, but it may feel like it's just a fantasy, you know, or you want more, but you want something deeper, something more meaningful beyond, like I said, all of the shallow things. You want to break past the surface for something more deeper and more meaningful. Okay. Let's see what else I'm getting here with my other cards. Take what resonates, you guys, and what doesn't, leave it exactly where it is if it doesn't make sense for you. Okay. So let's see what other energy is here for the collective. Some things may resonate, some things may not. And let me know in the comment section what resonates with you. Okay. So, you guys are wanting to, and some of you are turning away from toxic habits and toxic situations. Okay. You are turning away from anything that's toxic. You're rejecting it. You're walking away from it. moving away from it, leaving it all behind because you need balance. You need you want to feel better. Okay. Um you guys are looking for what is healthy. You guys are looking for what is your ideal. And I feel like you guys have changed what that is to something that is definitely going to be healthy for you guys, but also still ideal. So, um, if you guys have dreams, goals, fantasies, or whatever type of ideals you have, um, it's shifted to something that is more um, productive, something more uplifting, something more, like I said, has deeper meaning for you guys, but something meaningful, but something that, like I said, it's healthy for you guys, something that is going to be good. Let's see if there's anything else to come out of here. It may not be. I don't feel like it is, so I'm going to move on. Yeah, I'm going to move on. I don't feel anything else from this deck. All right, so I want to see what is coming up for you guys. So let's get some cards for what's coming up. So I'll do next few weeks, next few months. And by next year. So that's 3 different positions there. Let's do some predictions for the collective. And keep in mind that depending on what you guys choose to do and how proactive you are in your life, because we all have free will, that these predictions can shift, they can change. If they don't, then it was destiny. If they do, then it's because you may have proactively decided to make decisions and choices that make sense for what you want to do, because we have free will, so we're still in control to some degree. Though some things may be out of our hands, that would be God's will. Okay, so let's see what's in store, what's coming up for you guys between now and the next few weeks, and then the next few months, and then a year from now. This reading is generally timeless, so whenever you come across it is when it should resonate for you, if you come across it. Okay, that's for those who aren't watching this live. This is being recorded live. One more shuffle. All right. Woo! All right. Weeks, months, and I need a few more for, or at least one more for the year. I can say between now and the next few weeks, when you guys are watching this, keep in mind this is when you're watching this. You guys, you have an opportunity here, and I feel like you guys will. You're going to step up. You're going to take charge, take control here. You're going to do what will be not only what is in your best interest, but the best interest of others who may be affected or influenced by the decisions you make. Okay, so if you have family, children, a significant other, coworkers, or neighbors, whoever, or what whatever it is you are thinking about, or dealing with here, you guys are going to make some decisions. You guys may already know there's certain things that you're supposed to be doing or need to do. Maybe you didn't know, but you're definitely going to decide. You're definitely going to make some choices. You're definitely going to make plans and take action. The Emperor is an action card. It is a very serious one. It's one of taking things seriously, not take anything lighthearted. And even if you are unsure of what 100% is the right thing to do, you're going to actively seek out guidance, mentorship. Um, some of you may inquire with uh, others who may be professional, who can give you professional advice in some form. Um, you're going to do your research, your due diligence, you're going to do everything you're supposed to. You're going to put the time, the effort, the energy, and you're going to see things forward. So, because it looks like here, um, some of you, there's something that I feel like you guys may want to, you may be anticipating gaining or inheriting, or you may, like I said, some of you or a lot of you may be wanting um, to literally have your abundance, your prosperity, um, the luck, the blessings. You guys may want to have it all. You guys may feel like you're ready to have it all, whatever it is that you deem to be having it all. For some of you, it's going to be um, marriage and kids and having, a nice home and having security in life, being financially secure and stuff. Others of you is just literally just going to be all about your security and maybe being able to retire. For others of you, it may be about your health ultimately. Um, for some of you, it may be about love, but just whatever it is, to me, the Ten of Pentacles is about literally having it all and doing so well in life that those blessings carry down for generations. You know what I'm saying? It's a type of security and blessings and happiness that, it not only affects you, but also your children and maybe whatever grandchildren you may have or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. However, this makes sense for you guys. Um, Something is not going to look the way you want it to look. And this is what's going to, and it may already be this way, or this may be what's coming up for you guys. So if there's any losses that you may take, if there's anything that doesn't turn out right, if there's anything that doesn't happen the way you expect or anticipate it to, you guys are literally going to step up and take the challenge, okay? Because you're not going to sit by and be passive about what's going on. You're going to definitely take action and be proactive because you're like, no, I can't have this. I need things to turn around, and you know that you're going to have to be the one to turn it around. Okay, so that's between now and next few weeks. Um, Between now and the next few months, okay, the next few months, okay, or whatever, um, you guys are going to receive some sort of communication, or you may communicate yourself. Um, and it's going to be something that may affect the way you feel on an emotional level. So there may be some sort of communication with somebody that maybe you guys, it might set a tone or set some boundaries, or um, it may heal your emotional well-being. It may even be with a water sign or somebody who is like a water sign, which somebody would be nurturing, caring, compassionate. That's if they are high vibrational. This is a water sign in the upright. So that's someone high vibrational. I feel like you guys may, your energy may become um, uplifted in a way that if you guys are experiencing any emotional distress or depression, anxiety, stress, things just really taking a toll on how you feel, I feel like you guys may turn this around. Okay. And this may also result from you guys doing what it is that you need to do um, now in the next few weeks, and it carries on into the next few months here. Some sort of communication. Maybe some of you guys may go to counseling. Some of you guys, you may literally talk some things out. Some of you guys may actually be in talks about certain things that needs to be worked out or whatever. Um, yeah. Some of you may choose to allow yourself to enjoy life a little more and relax a little bit and realize that everything is not doesn't have to be the end of the world if things doesn't quite go as you would like it to. Okay, so um, now going all the way to a year from now, whenever you guys are seeing this reading, something becomes known to you guys, something and I probably should I think I'm gonna clarify on that. Put my clarifier cards. You come out of the dark about something. You guys come out of the dark about something. Something gets revealed to you here, and let's clarify this. You guys are already halfway kind of like you feel like something is a mystery to you that you can't figure out, whatever it may be. Um, you guys are already, yeah, kind of like, uncertain about certain things, right? And for some of you, it may be, like I said, how to turn things around, how to get things to go the way you want them to, how to figure certain things out. And for others of you, it's just something that you just may need to know that you may have not known before. Um, Even just all the way down to details, like it could be, something, and this is not gonna resonate for everybody. For some of you, you may find out something like that you never knew. Like if you never knew who, your father was or something, you may find out, if you never knew you know, this or that, you know what I'm saying? Like you find something out that you did not know before. Okay. So let me clarify this. Wow. I got some cards that fell on the floor, but I got two here. So picking these up, picking these up, picking them up, picking them up. All right. Nice. Okay. Reshuffle those. So this is about why you could not um necessarily move forward, why it may have been a struggle to literally, push forward and get past something. If there's been a difficult situation and it's been a struggle, in terms of, you know, how to get past this or why it's so hard or difficult to get past this. Um, and I keep getting for some of you guys, it's something family related. It's not all for all of you, it's not gonna be family related, but for some reason I feel like there's something family related here. Not for everybody, but for some of you, it's just literally about a difficult situation that you are not able or were struggling to get past the rockiness or the difficulty of it. Okay. To move forward into a, a better place in your life. For some of you, why you hadn't been able to travel or really explore or get to certain places in your life. Okay. um these cards are so small, I need to be able to see them better. However, okay. However, there is either some sort of small gesture or offer or some sort of small communication emotionally or affects your emotions and feelings that is not happening here. And this was the reason why you guys weren't able to get past whatever this is. So there's a lack of communication here, a lack of making an effort or making an offer in some form. And I don't know why all these cards keep falling on the floor, but I got a couple of cards that keep coming up. I got a couple of cards keep coming up, and one of them is the Tower. Okay, so it feels like something went down or something is gonna catch you, kind of go down or catch you guys off guard or catch you by surprise. It does not have to be anything necessarily negative, but it can be something um a little shocking or whatever. Um, but there's something that you guys have not resolved or need to resolve. And not communicating is not necessarily helping. Okay. Um, not extending oneself or somebody not extending themselves. It's just that's what's made it difficult or um, not dealing with one's feelings and emotions as well. So it's different how it's going to resonate for each one of you. Take it how it resonates. I'm going to be honest with you. You guys may not understand this until a year later because this right here is going as far as a year. Okay. Now, this sex lust card in my tarot deck that also kept falling on the floor. There was certain cards that kept hitting and falling on the floor, but it was so many of them. But certain ones just kept falling out and standing out. And so those cards, the Tower, um, sex lust in reverse or whatever, and that card has come out so many times. So it's like, um, for some of you, this may relate to your love life and relationships. For others of you, this is about, because lust isn't always about anything involving other people or relationships. Sometimes lust is just desire, pure desire. And it could be desire for anything: riches, wealth, success, material things, a lust for life, a lust to want to explore and, venture out and find new territory and new things and new journeys and excitement and whatnot. Okay. um I feel like you guys are going to just you guys are going to come out of the dark here and become aware of something that either you didn't know about yourselves that is going to be surprising to you. Okay. Or you're going to find it out about somebody else. Okay. um and it will make sense then as to why things could not move forward or why you could not get past a difficulty in your situation or in your life or in whatever this is that you're dealing with. um and it's clearly going to show that it's because you were being too inward or you were not being really open, not communicating, not really extending yourself. For some of you, literally just kind of not being honest with yourselves is what I keep wanting to say. Some of you not being honest with yourselves, some of you not being honest with others. Okay. And it could be about who you really are and what you really want to do in your life. And so I feel like a lot of you could be have been running from following your true heart's desires and living up to um what's the word how I'm trying to frame this, being true to yourselves, instead of caring about what other people um think or whatever and doing what society says you should do. That's what I'm getting from this. And I think that may be the reason why you guys may be struggling now. And when I say struggling, like whatever it is that you guys are dealing with right now, okay, And keep in mind, because this is a collective reading, it's general, so it can apply to um, your life overall and your general overall happiness. It could apply to whatever's going on in your love life, if that's what's really just hitting you right now, your career, your finances, your money, your overall happiness, whatever it is, your health. Um, right now, whatever it is you're going through and have been going through for quite some time, it's because you are not being true to yourself. You haven't been for a long time. You guys haven't been. You've been trying to do what seems to be the okay thing to do, um, and maybe caring too much what other people may think or feel of you. And for some of you, this is not going to make sense to you right now, because for some of you, you haven't had that epiphany yet. I feel like for some of you, you're in denial still. Not everybody, but some of you are. Some of you pretty much are on the fence. You know what I'm saying. Some of you are headed in a direction towards being true to yourself, your dreams, your goals, who you are, what is you really desire, what is you really want to do, and actually making steps towards doing it, because it actually affects and impact not only your emotional, mental well-being and your actual happiness in life, but also the actual success that you have in your life overall. You know, um, it's almost like, how can you get the love of your life if you're not really being sincere in what it is you really want, who you really want, why you want it, and who you actually really are. How can you have the, security that you want financially or career wise if you're, still sticking to what you were doing before because, well, it pays the bills, but it doesn't make you happy? Or it may not even pay the bills that well, but you don't know what else to do, but it's because you haven't taken the time to discover who you really are and be true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's where you find what it is you're really supposed to do. But all of this may not make sense or resonate for all of you right now. Um, some of you, it will hit home later. Let's see what spiritual advice you guys have. There we go. You guys have abundance, you have success, and you have the situation will improve. Now that's awesome. Some of you are going to realize that your motivation, your lack of motivation, is what's been holding you back all this time. And once again, it comes back to you're not doing things that really is true to what you really want to do. So of course, there's a lack of motivation. You're not passionate about it. You don't really care. Then how can you actually succeed then, So some of you are going to discover that much. You guys are going to get really decisive. You're going to gain control and composure over your emotional well-being, your mental well-being. You guys are going to get passionate. You're going to take action, take the lead, because you guys have King of Fire, King of Water, and then you have the Queen of Air, and then you have the Queen of Water. This is all good energy here, but you guys still have the Two of Swords here, where please, please do not allow yourselves to get stuck in being indecisive, or allow yourselves to bury your head in the sand or pretend like you don't really see what's going on here or see what's actually wrong. Be willing to see things and be willing to make choices, and don't sit in fear. Don't operate in fear. Um, because it will stagnate you, you know. Um, be careful to just not allow yourself to get caught up in stagnant energy, because it will, stagnant energy just stalls everything out, and then nothing happens, and then everything feels like it's falling apart, or you feel underachieved, or like you're not happy with the way things are going. If you clearly see something and you know it's not right, or you know it's no good, be willing to see it and be willing to let it go. Okay. If you have certain fears, be careful that those fears aren't unfounded and that you're not talking yourself out of something. Um, be willing to go look past those fears. And so, and you guys, if you're indecisive, if you're indecisive, sometimes it's out of not wanting to make the wrong decision because you fear it could cost you a mistake and then cost you time, energy, money, heartbreak, whatever it is. But life is meant to be lived. And, the best you can do is, if you're operating like the Queen of Air, like what's here, you know, Queen of Air, King of Air, they're going to do their research. Do your research then. You know, they're going to make decisions based off of rationale. That's fine. But also make sure you trust your heart and follow your intuition and your discernment, like the King of Water and Queen of Cups would do. Okay. So there is head over heart decisions to make. And based off of what's actually going to make sense, you guys, don't be afraid to make the decision, because if you don't, you get stalled out. And then once you make your decision, King of Fire, take your action. You know, King of Fire, they take action, but they're also motivated. Make sure but they're motivated because they follow their passion. They follow their passion. Okay. So make sure you guys are focused. Make sure you're focused. If there are others involved or whatever, make sure you communicate. Make sure you lead and guide. Don't be passive and sit back and wait for others to figure out what it is that you need or want from them. If you need them to cooperate with you in order for things to go the way that you desire to see. Okay. Um, open your heart. Open your heart also, you guys. Don't be so closed off that you can't communicate, because that's indicated here. A year from now, you're going to realize that being closed off from people or being closed off from communicating is not going to work in your best interest. It will cause things to stagnate and for you to not be able to overcome the obstacles. So be aware of that. Okay. Um, let's see what else is here. Yeah, those two cards just popped out. I didn't even get to shuffle those, but let's see what's here for those while I still shuffle. They just popped out. Interesting enough, you got clear the fog, and that means get the communication clear. Get the communication clear between you and others. You and others. There's some lack of communication here, or the communication isn't that great. You guys have to clear that up. That keeps presenting itself. Give yourself the best. Um, you got to take that for how it resonates with you, but it's telling you give yourself the best. So don't cheat yourself. It's okay to do something nice for yourself, because it actually may cheer you up, okay? In your moments when you're not absolutely feeling your best or whatever. So remember how important that is to your emotional well-being. Treat yourself with love and respect. You're not afraid. You're being told to be courageous. Don't be afraid to actually tackle the obstacles and the challenges. This thing is not bigger than your ability to overcome it. Okay. Even if it looks like it is a big obstacle, a big issue, a big problem, don't sit in fear. Have some faith and actually, like I said, make the effort to tackle it. And, you know, I'm not one to leave God out of things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you guys believe in, but regardless of me doing these cards, I still believe in God. And I truly believe if you leave God out of the equation, then you will feel like obstacles and challenges in life are much bigger than what you can handle. There will be some things that you guys maybe encounter or will encounter that you're going to feel like, how am I going to overcome this? Everything is not for you to handle by yourself or alone. Some things you give to God, and then you put your best foot forward and allow God to work some things out for you or to help you, you know. Be careful of excluding God out of the picture. And it says to create. Create. Final cards. Final cards here. What is that? Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So once, there's something that you guys do need to let go. There's something you guys do need to release. That could be energy, old energy. It could be people. It could be things, old outdated ideals. It could be situations you guys need to let go. It could be anything. Bad habits. It could be bad habits you guys need to let go. Okay, medicine woman here. You are a channel for divine healing power here. And okay, interesting. If there's anybody here who's looking for career options, I feel like some of these cards is indicating that some of you may fit in the field of natural holistic health, maybe as a dietitian, a nutritionist, somebody who works in the field of health or whatever, okay, or in the medical field, maybe even. Some of you may need to work in the field with children, because this is indicating that some of you out there are good with children. Okay, you have skills or you have natural gifts there that, like I said, if you're looking for a new career option, that may be something to consider. I don't feel like those came out just because. I feel like that's pointing some people in a new direction, because some of you may need a new career. And you may need to go with what you naturally would be good with or would be naturally passionate about. The inner wisdom card, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Okay, so I feel like that's good right there. And in fairness, the situation will be handled in a fair, just manner. Okay, so that's you guys' reading for the collective. Okay. I'm gonna be doing some more readings tomorrow and this week, because I know I hadn't been doing them for a while, but it's because I have other things that I've been focused on. And you guys will hear more about that pretty soon. So I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I meant to get on here earlier, do readings, but it's been one of those really draining, tiresome days for some reason. But I finally made it on here. Somehow I found the energy to get on here. So you guys check out those other videos I did, the guided meditation and and those things. I created them because, believe it or not, those types of affirmations, positive affirmations and things, they actually do work. They actually do work. So if you guys are finding that you're struggling with blockages in your career, your money, success, your love life, in just wanting to enjoy life more and be happier, listen to guided meditations, whether they're the ones that I created or the ones that are already out there on YouTube. They're all free. And believe it or not, they work. They work. You listen to them. You can listen to them when you sleep. You can listen to them when you're just sitting, chilling, or whatever, or if you're going for a walk or something. But when you repeat in your mind or even out loud those affirmations, even if you don't and you're just asleep, it goes to your subconscious. Your subconscious, you guys, you got to learn to train your subconscious and make sure that you're careful of what you're listening to and and that includes and what you're watching, music, TV, movies. Be careful of what you're reading, what people are saying to you or around you, because your subconscious is being trained all the time. And whatever your subconscious is picking up or hearing or seeing, it's being programmed to play out that energy spiritually. And actually, that's what you're going to see play out in your life. And if you don't believe me, look back throughout the history and time. If go look at all the things you've been looking at, TV shows, movies, and a playlist of songs that you've been listening to for a while, even if it's just music on the radio, I promise you, you will see the patterns. You'll say, oh my gosh, this song is about X, Y, and Z, and I listen to it all the time for years. And literally, it's played itself out in my life. You'd be surprised. That's something I recently kind of realized. So I am going to hop off of here for the time being. If I do hop back on, it'll probably be how they feel about your rating. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, peace and love, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the likes. Please comment in the comment section below and let me know how the reading resonates for you and whatnot. And because I enjoy hearing from you guys. So peace, love y'all.